And thank you for being with us for the 6 o'clock news. I'm Arthur Chian. We begin with that breaking news, a shooting in Midtown Manhattan, the reported victim, a member of Gang Green. Fox 5's Meredith Gorman is live in the newsroom right now with details on this. Hi, Meredith.
Good evening, Arthur. The Jets are stopping short of saying Kris Boyd was shot this morning in Midtown Manhattan, but they are saying they are, quote, aware of the situation involving Boyd. But here's what we do know right now. The NYPD says a 29-year-old man, the same age as the Jets cornerback, was shot once in the abdomen at just after 2 o'clock this morning in Midtown on 38th Street between 7th and Broadway. He's now at Bellevue Hospital in critical but stable condition. Law enforcement sources telling Fox 5 it all started with some kind of verbal dispute outside, with one person firing 2 rounds, hitting the victim once. Tonight, police aren't identifying the victim, but the New York Post was the first to report that it is Boyd. And tonight, reaction is pouring in on social media. Let's start with Mayor Adams, writing on X, quote, "I am praying for New York Jets player Kris Boyd and his loved ones. Although we've gotten shootings to historic lows in our city, we must continue to work to end gun violence. Too many young lives have been tragically altered and cut short by this epidemic." And his teammates are responding too. Let's start with Jermaine Johnson asking for prayers for Boyd on X. And so did Jets defensive tackle Harrison Phillips, who also took to social media to ask for prayers, saying in part, quote, "Kris is a fighter and we're all here for him." Boyd hasn't played this season for the Jets after suffering a shoulder injury in training camp. Now, he's been on injured reserve since August after signing with the Jets back in March. But before coming to the Jets, he played for the Texans, Cardinals, and Vikings. Again, no arrests have been made and the investigation is ongoing right now.
Good evening. I'm Alan Devlin. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We begin with the Midtown shooting of Jets player Kris Boyd, who remains in the hospital tonight in critical condition. The shooting happened around 2 a.m. outside of a restaurant on West 38th Street. As Naveen Dhaliwal reports, police say an argument quickly turned violent.
Mayor Adams has confirmed the victim in the shooting is New York Jets player Kris Boyd. Police say he's in the hospital in critical condition. Now, investigators say West 38th Street near Broadway came to a standstill overnight after shots rang out as a 29-year-old was leaving the Salus restaurant. Boyd was with a small group of people when they were confronted by a second small group that had left the same establishment just after 2 a.m. Police say during an argument, someone from the opposing group pulled out a gun and fired 2 shots, hitting Boyd in the chest.
I'm very sad. I hope he's all right. I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to pray for his family. And God willing, he survives.
Tragic. This is unbelievable what's happening in the city nowadays, you know? Even a sports cat, you know. Oh, my gosh. It's so sad.
Boyd, a cornerback, hasn't played this season, his first with the Jets after going on the season-ending injured reserve. Statement, the New York Jets say, quote, "We are aware of the situation involving Kris Boyd and will have no further comment at this time." Police say no one has been arrested. In Midtown, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I do want to send prayers over to Kris Boyd that he has a full and speedy recovery as he is in critical condition, as the news had broke all over the internet today that he was shot in Manhattan outside of a hangout spot or a restaurant or something like that, that spot y'all seen right there. So I did want to just come here first and send prayers up, send prayers to his family. Anybody getting that news and waking up getting that phone call, most definitely want to pray that they have the strength to get through this and that he get the full speedy recovery with this as well, not just for football but for life. Most definitely, prayers up. God bless. Speedy recovery, Kris Boyd. And I had a links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full from Fox and CBS, as they wasn't all the way confirming it, as it was hitting a lot of blogs and media. And then when the tweets started coming out from people that was close to him, they was kind of like, okay, well, nah, this got to be true. But they officially came in and confirmed it. And there's not a lot of questions being answered. You could get on here and speculate what happened, what it was about. He was on the injured reserve after he got injured for the season, but with him being part of the team, was most definitely supposed to have a role this year from what they said in the write-up, most definitely with these type of situations in New York, they said altercation, argument, who knows what it was about, and who knows if that was really intended for him. Because this is how I go at times. An innocent bystander can get shot. I would think in New York, they probably got everything. That's why they're not really speaking on it. They investigating. Witnesses was out there. I was by Broadway and in them Broadway areas out there in New York, and people from New York know this. I'm not trying to act like I know New York or nothing, but in that area over there, it'd be a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Midtown and things, even at 2 in the morning, it'd be people outside, especially on the weekend, just keeping it all the way 100. Really, every day in New York be a lot of people out on the street, but I'm pretty sure it was people outside and probably had cameras and everything like that. Who knows what really happened? But we keep seeing this type of stuff time and time again in the game, bro. And man, the world, you know, I say stay on your pivot a lot. Stay on your pivot. I say that a lot in the videos and when I speak and when I talk. And it's one of them things, you could be on your pivot mentally, you could think you there, but sometimes in life, bro, we know God got the final say so. You know, you can't call what's gonna happen. You don't know what's ahead of you. The best you can do is try to be prepared for it and live every day like it's your last, because, man, bro, it can go from night to day. I mean, I'm talking about, bro, like what people got to understand, it don't be just about hanging out. Hanging out, going somewhere, increase your chances of getting into some stuff. Yeah, you're around people, you're around alcohol, you're around different personalities. It can go left, and when you out, you know, just doing anything. But you could go as an innocent bystander in something. You could go and not even be around nobody else. It just depends in certain situations, but you want to try to avoid this stuff. But I don't want this to be all athletes. Y'all got to stop hanging out or stop living life. Stop. Yeah, you want to avoid something that could go left. You want to avoid things that can be avoided, no doubt about it. But I don't think the conversation got to be at times like, man, what bro was doing out, or dang, nah, bro, he living life. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying himself. You know, tomorrow's not promised. You just never know what can happen or what can go left. And them spots over there, they don't come off. When I'm running around Manhattan, it's spots you can't hang out at and have a good time. Now, I don't know everything about New York, of course, but being in Manhattan, it'd be like, hey, bro, it could go down anywhere. That's just the way life works. It could go down in the suburbs. It could go in a nice area, cool area. It be shootings for any type of situations, bro. Just be happening. You got people that just going through something mentally, go inside the store and start shooting. So this, I don't want the narrative to be this because he was out partying or clubbing or eating or things of that nature. But certain times the situation can just go to where it going. You ain't really got no control over it. So I do just want to send the prayers up to bro. Everybody out there, man, do your best to stay safe, stay cautious, stay on your pivot, you know, keep your head on the swivel. And hey, man, if you can avoid any type of situation, do your best to avoid it, man. And that's all you can really do in this game. Stay prayed up. Hey, everybody out here, prayers up to everybody going through something right now. And prayers up to Kris Boyd and his family and loved ones, man. 1000, the shit show. Stay on your pivot.